Hi guys, Zaki with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game, I'm playing a 4v4 match on the map Twin Waters. I'm standing in the top middle position, playing as the Soviets. Now, in this game, you need to be very quick with your infantry out at the start because I'm located in the middle, so there's a team to the top right of me, so I need to be very quick with these infantry and get them straight to the right just to stop the other team getting eyes on my base or sending some scouts in, or maybe even doing an infantry rush. And you can see I've actually built a kennel there, and that's not to build dogs, it's to increase my infantry building speed because it doubles your infantry building speed if you build a kennel there, and I'm getting my infantry quite forward. That's just to give the other player less vision when he moves his infantry forward. And you can see there, purple Bambi, he's moving his infantry along as well. And you can see a little orange troop actually got along there. And I was actually trying to get my infantry through the top there because I could see that Bambi was coming through my base. And now I'm just stopping here. And you can see orange sending some infantry up. And he's trying to... yeah, it's quite annoying because they have to like go forward a little bit and I get better kills that way. So you can see me killing a load of cyan infantry there and also killing some orange as well. I've got some grenadiers mixed in there, and you can see me and Bambi getting some infantry along the bottom of the base. And all we're trying to do at the moment is buy time because the other players are allied players and they tend to build light tanks quite quickly, so we're sort of like trying to delay the building speed. Unfortunately, I haven't done the best start I could have with building things in order and building things as quickly as possible, and now we're killing some of those orange infantry. Now the other team will have had to spend quite a bit on infantry, so that might delay the start a little bit, but now you can see that orange and cyan do have the infantry numbers to defend the base. It looks like cyan's built quite a bit extra, and you can see Bambi coming through with some extra infantry also. But now I've got my heavy tanks on the way, so hopefully that's going to help us. And now I'm going to build my second ore refinery. I've got 2 ore trucks mining gems at the moment, which is going to give me a great boost when it comes to like getting tanks out. Because you can see my economy is doing really well at the moment. What I have to be well aware of though is those gems won't last for like that long, and I do need to have a good economy after that. And now you can see cyan and yellow and orange coming in with light tanks. And what I'm doing immediately is, unfortunately, I've had to delay my second ore refinery because I needed to get that construction yard away, because quite often other teams do light tank rushes on construction yards. I lose my construction yard, I can't build any more structures, so I'm getting it like in a safe place in Bambi's base. And now you can see orange going for the attack on the power plant, and that's quite bad for me because it'll delay my building speed if I lose power. And now we've got some infantry in, which is going to cause a bit of havoc because infantry are quite effective against buildings, and you can see that building going down very, very quickly. I'm now just moving my MCV through Bambi's base to the bottom, and now they're going for the ore refinery, and they're also going for the war factory, so they're trying to attack multiple buildings at once, which is making it hard for myself. But I'm going to deploy this construction yard down there, and before I go for anything, actually I'm going to build a large power plant just so I have some power, so I don't have a too slow building speed. And now you can see cyan going for the dive on my ore refinery, and it does look like it's going to go down. I don't think it's going to be able to survive this. And yeah, we just don't have enough firepower at the moment, and that ore refinery going down, and I'm going to have to rebuild that. But you now can see that cyan has lost quite a lot of light tanks there. Also orange has as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the attack forward, because if we just stay defending, then what's going to happen is orange and cyan are just going to slowly wear us down. Bambi's there as well, so you can finish the tanks off that are left in my base while I go on the attack. And now you can see orange, the other team probably don't have great tank numbers. All of the tank numbers don't look as low as I would have thought they would be at this point. So that's quite worrying. And now we're going to go for that ore refinery. My aim is to get both ore refineries down, and they've sold that one, but they will have another ore refinery further down in the base. But you can see now Bambi coming in with the heavy tanks as well. And I've got the other ore refinery now ready. And what I'm going to do is start building a war factory. I've got those ore trucks back to work, and now we're trying to take out that second war factory. And I think Orange only has 2 war factories at this point, and both those war factories are down, so that's going to really hurt Orange for the time being. He's also sold his barracks, and now he's got his MCV onto the move, probably further down into Cyan's base. We'll have to see, because Orange is going on the attack. Bambi's fighting with Cyan, so hopefully I'll be able to defend back at my base. And you can see those ore trucks collecting quite a bit now. I've got a few coppers anyway, and I'm going to have to start building tanks again. You can see my economy isn't great, of course, because of all that time damage done earlier on. But now we're going to try and take out these Orange tanks, see what we can do here. And yeah, some of these tanks are on low HP. And yeah, just I'd been repairing it, but then I ran out of funds, and that's why it stopped repairing. But and now they're going for the ore refinery. I've got a lot of funds in now, but of course that's down. But now I'm going to get that next war factory out, and I'm going to try and build that second war factory if possible. And you can see those Orange tanks are going down, and he's only got 1 left now. And I don't know if he's able to build any more. It'll depend on where he is in Cyan's base and how much ore he had left, if he's able to set up an economy again. But he's going into Purple's base, and there's not much that's going to happen there. It's only 1 tank. So we're going to have a look at what happened at the bottom of the map. And you can see we've got red there with heavy tanks. We've got blue with a lot of infantry, and also some dogs in the mix. Now, dogs aren't really the best thing to have in this, unless you've got a grenadier. Like, I've seen them used against grenadiers okay right at the start of a game, but not on this map anyway. And it was a quick match map, that. And now you can see red Eric going around the outside. He's trying to go up a bit here, but you can see the other team following him. And yeah, those heavy tanks are going down. He's managed to destroy 1 light tank, but with those numbers, he's not going to be able to do much. And he's probably got a bad trade-off there. And now he's pulling those heavy tanks back. And hopefully Blue's going to be able to get some tanks out soon. I'm just having a look at Eric's base. He's got 1 ore refinery with 3 ore trucks, but they're doing gems at the moment, so they'll be getting a lot of ore. He's also got 3 war factories, but aftermath units are switched on, so he'll only get the building speed for 2 war factories. And now you can see green and pink starting to push through, and yeah, green's going right along the bottom. We'll have to see what are they going to go for. Are they going to go for a dive on Blue's base and go for some main buildings? That's quite often what happens with light tanks. And they're going through there. We'll have to see. Are they going to go for the construction yard? Yes, they do. But Blue has a Tesla coil out, and they've had to revert to the Tesla coil because those Tesla coils just do so good damage against green. The problem was it was like too much in the middle. Maybe if it'd been a bit further up, it would have forced them to travel a little bit further. But that construction yard looks like it's on low HP, and it goes down. So that's going to mean that Blue is no longer able to build any more buildings. But hopefully he's going to be able to keep his barracks and war factory out okay. And now you can see he's getting those shock troopers out, because once you build a Tesla coil, you're able to build these shock troopers, which are very effective against tanks because they just do a lot of damage and they can't be squashed. So you can see he's lost 1 barracks, but he's still got a barracks left, and he's still got a war factory as well. So now green's trying to push further up. Is he going to get fine to Eric's base? Oh, he's going for that war factory, actually. Let's see if he can get that down, because Blue's only got 1 war factory, and if this war factory goes down, he's got an engineer in it. But the question is, because Pink's there as well, do they have enough tanks to prevent this? And it does look like it's going to go down this time. And yeah, it does. So that's Blue and Red are now in a difficult position, because Blue has already got a barracks, and he's going to be producing shock troopers from that. But now the question is, are they going to be able to go on a counterattack? Because Green and Pink have spent a lot of tanks trying to do that damage to his base, and you can see now Red is starting to build up a little bit of an army. But Blue needs to get in there and help him. With those infantry shock troopers and the couple of tanks that he has left. Otherwise, Red is going to get a bit wiped up here. So now Blue enters the battle as well. Those infantry will be able to provide a bit of support as well. But you can see those tanks, blue tanks, and that missile launcher. Well, the missile launcher is almost destroyed. But you can see now that Green and Pink are starting to get worn down a bit. But also blue and red don't have a great deal of tanks, but with those shock troopers, it looks like those shock troopers in combination with those red heavy tanks are doing great damage against those light tanks, because those light tanks don't have much HP. And yeah, those shock troopers are just making all the difference with red. Red's also producing infantry as well to give him a helping hand. And now they're starting to push pink and green back. And the question is, are they going to be able to get into the pink space? Are they going to be able to do some damage of their own to those buildings? And now you can see that pink and green are regrouping a little bit, and red's going forwards. But he doesn't have the shock troopers with him. They're a bit further back, and now you can see his heavy tanks, he's starting to lose them quite a bit, and it looks like green and pink may be gaining the upper hand again, because those red heavy tanks look like they're going to go down, and it seems like green is starting to build up a little bit of a mass. But those shock troopers coming in now, destroying one of those heavy medium tanks. And yeah, they just do great damage. But you can see now pink coming in with the infantry, and those infantry clearing up those shock troopers. So he's got a good counter there. If the other team builds shock troopers, he can build some riflemen, and they're able to take those shock troopers down with ease. So quite good thinking there from pink. Had a good counter for that. And you can see now those infantry sort of starting to stream in. And Eric looks like he's in trouble now. He might lose that ore refinery that's located right at the bottom. And they're just starting to get pushed back. And yeah, you can see that it's like red's starting to build up like a bit of an army force again. He has got 3 like war factories, which he just really doesn't need, because those were obviously, because aftermath units is on, you only get a build speed bonus after 2 war factories. So it looks like that war factory is going to go down, but it's not going to be too much of an issue. And yeah, he's got a Tesla coil down now, so that could make a big difference. And you can see now green on the retreat. He doesn't want to fight around that Tesla coil, because those Tesla coils do so much damage. The problem is that blue doesn't have much left. He only has 1 barracks left, I guess, so if he loses his and yeah, it looks like green is going for the barracks, and it looks like that barracks definitely will go down. There's no way they're going to be able to defend that. And now blue's not going to be able to produce any more infantry. But what blue can produce, and he is producing, is dogs. So that's all that blue can do now. And you can see those dogs starting to come out. He's starting to try and eat those pink infantrymen. There was another Tesla coil there from Eric, but it was too far forward and it got took down quite quickly. But now the battle is on. You can see Eric building up those heavy tanks, but we've got those green medium tanks coming in, and also those pink medium tanks. They're both producing medium tanks, which are going to be a bit more sturdy against Tesla and just against any shots, I guess. But those dogs still coming out, and those infantrymen getting gobbled up, and pink is losing his infantry force to the attack from the dogs. And you can see those dogs coming out, chasing down those infantrymen. Red, pink and green are on the retreat, and it looks like they've got a few dogs chasing them. And those 3 dogs, one of them getting that infantry guy there. And you can see those dogs coming out from blue. So it seems like we've got mass dogs, because that's all that blue can produce right at the moment. And yeah, they're going for that force against those tanks. Are they going to get that infantry guy? Yes, they do. And now pink is reduced to only tanks. Unfortunately, dogs don't do much against tanks. And we're going to go back to my game view. So where we left off, I've got some tanks there, and we're having a fight with Cyan. You can see that row of pillboxes there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to destroy those pillboxes, get them out of the way, so that any tanks going past aren't going to be like, have HP taken off, basically. So you can see those pillboxes now going down. But Cyan has still got some tanks left, and I'm going to try and retreat back to my base now. You can see I've got a double war factory now, so I'll have that faster building speed of tanks. You can see purple is on the retreat as well, because Cyan has got a large number of light tanks, and this is going to be very, very dangerous for me, because I don't have a big, I don't have many buildings to defend really, and I don't have a big force of tanks for now. Cyan's waiting there for a little bit, and that's hopefully going to give us some time just to build up a little bit. You can see purple getting in there as well. We've already got 4 tanks in total, and this is Cyan coming in now with those light tanks. Is he going to take the fight, or is he going to go straight past? It looks like he might go straight past. Well, I thought he was going to go straight past there, but it looks like he's taking the fight now. He was just trying to squash those infantry. The problem is he's outnumbering us quite a bit, and it looks like we're going to lose quite a few forces here. But we are managing to take out some of those tanks because those tanks do have low HP. And I'm sort of managing to get another ore refinery out, which is going to just give me a bit... It's going to be a bit harder to destroy me, and I'm building another ore refinery, just preempting that he's going to go for those buildings first. So is he going to go for my base? It looks like he's possibly going through for the minute. And it looks like he's going to go for Purple's base. And I don't know whether he'll try and go for the construction yards there. There is a possibility. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to bother chasing those. Yeah, I've probably lost that construction yard. It looks like it's going to go down, unfortunately. But while he's doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the attack on Cyan's base, because heavy tanks are just so slow. It just takes a long time for them to catch, and if you have like tanks flying everywhere, it's very, very hard to catch up with them. And I'll let Purple deal with them, and while Purple's dealing with them, I'm going to take out the rest of Cyan's buildings, which is probably a mistake now because I've just noticed that Cyan doesn't have any ore refineries, so I may as well have just stayed there and taken care of those light tanks. But now I'm here, I may as well destroy those buildings just in case he's got construction yard somewhere, but I don't think he will have at this point. But we may as well destroy these buildings, these pillboxes anyway, and what I'll do is I'll go through to the next person on the other side of the map, because there's going to be a player playing as green, I think, in the bottom right hand corner. So we're just going to take out these pillboxes because they'll just damage any tanks that are going past, and then we'll go straight for the bottom right player. I don't want to bother taking out these buildings for the moment because there's just no point. It'll take a long time, and it'll take longer for me to give support to my allies who are playing on the bottom of the map. So now we're going for green at the back of his base. We'll see as he's seen us. I think I saw a certain unit there, so we'll see soon. Was it a tank or was it... Yeah, it looks like it was a tank. And he's got some tanks there ready for the attack. He's got 3 light tanks and 3 medium tanks. And it looks like more tanks are coming in. And I'm not going to have enough heavy tanks here to do anything. But if I keep him focused here, that'll at least give my allies a bit of breathing space, and hopefully they'll be able to mount a bit of a counter-attack. And you can see Purple going in there now, and I'm just having a bit of a look at what's happening on this side of the map. And you can see Purple is providing some support for Eric down at that side. I am quite wounded this time in the game, so it's, I mean, they've got 2 full players. They've got Green, who's fine. They've got Pink, who's fine. We've got Blue, who's out. We've got Eric, though, who seems to be doing quite well, so that's good. And I think Bambi's base is okay. I don't think they got his construction yard, so he should be okay now. But now, Green has got the better tank numbers, but you can see Purple has some good reinforcements there coming in, and... yeah, he seems to be intent actually on attacking Cyan, which is probably a good thing because Cyan is taking his ore trucks. What he's going to do with those ore trucks is he's going to try and block our ore refineries. But if we're able to destroy his buildings, he won't be able to do that because I think it's destroy structures. So once he loses those buildings, he will be fully out of the game. But you can see now Green coming in with the medium tanks and light tanks, and that's quite a decent number there. And he might be able to take this fight possibly. And what I'm going to try and... oh, you can see also another player, Orange, has got his ore trucks in our base. So we're going to need to sort this out immediately. Because obviously I'm going to be losing ore for that. And I do need obviously a lot of ore to keep producing heavy tanks. And he's possibly going to try and go for Purple's base as well. So now we're going to go for those Cyan ore trucks. And you can see he's actually doing quite like he's wasting a lot of time. It's stopping us from attacking the other players, so it is a very good move this. Because we're having to focus on destroying these ore trucks while the other 2, Green and Pink, can focus on the bottom of the map. And now we just... yeah, you can see Cyan managing to get that crate there, but that APC goes down quickly, and it looks like we're going to be able to take out these ore trucks, and that's going to be no more from Cyan. And now we're going to resume our attack on this side of the map. You can see Green there having a few more tanks now. And you can see those dogs coming in, doing a bit of damage there to Orange in the middle of the map. And because Orange is setting up in the middle of the map, that's where I'm going to go next. Because we don't want to let them get the gems. And yeah, you can see how those dogs are everywhere at the moment. Even more coming up. Unfortunately, they can't do much against buildings and structures, but if there's any infantry anywhere, they can clear them up. but now we're going to bring our heavy tanks down here, and yeah, purple's not going to last here. You can see him selling those 2 buildings, and it looks like orange is out of the game, so now it's basically 1 player left. Or is it 1 player left? No, they've still got green left, actually. Orange had somehow got there. Yeah, he must have taken his MCV there at another point in the game. So they've still got green and pink left. Pink looks like he's got a decent army. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go for his economy on this ore patch. And you can see those light tanks having to go and attack me now. And that's going to make it easier for the teams on the other side. They may be able to get a base dive. And I've cleared up 2 of those ore trucks. So that's going to really hurt Pink at the moment. Because that's quite a big part of his economy gone. I think he only has about 5 ore trucks to begin with. And yeah, just clearing up those tanks at the moment. It looks like those light tanks are going to go down. They do have very low HP, so they fall apart quite quickly in tank battles. And I think that a lot of them were already damaged when they were fighting with the other 2 teams. And now we've cleared them up, we're going to be able to go for more of the ore trucks, which is going to put a bigger strain on Pink's economy. And you can see those dogs coming around. It looks like they were a bit late though for those infantry. But yeah, we've got plenty of dogs in case he sends any troops our way, and it looks like we're going to be able to get all these ore trucks down. And yeah, that Pig's economy is pretty much gone now, and it looks like it's just going to be a matter of time before we're able to destroy his base. And I think that green is having a hard time as well because we've got the other players on the map. Purple will be likely attacking on the right hand side, and now you can see us clearing up Pink's base, and there's nothing to defend there. You can see some green tanks coming through there, but I think he's preoccupied, as I say, with purple. And we just destroyed a few buildings, just taking out his obviously his construction buildings like his barracks, his war factories. And you can see now Eric on the base crawl. That's characteristic of Eric. He's base crawled right the way to this bottom middle position. And now he's got those flame towers and those Tesla. And he's also got some Tesla troops out, which I didn't quite get to because I didn't have a chance to build a Tesla coil. Since I was getting like attacked, my base was getting attacked quite a lot all game. But now we're able to take out those buildings. And now we can go for the attack on green, the last player in this game. And we'll have to see what he's trying to do. He's trying to actually go for my base. Fortunately, I do have that power plant, I think, in purple's base. So even if my base does get destroyed, I will be okay. And now the attack on green commences. I'm just having a look. My large power plant is okay for the moment in purple's base. And we've got our tanks in green's base, so we're going to be able to do a lot of damage here. And even if I get taken out of the game, I'm still going to be able to get rid of most of green's buildings before that happens. And now we're just pushing up. I'm just having a look at green now, and I think purple was on the defense with the tanks, and it looks like green is trying to come back and defend at his base now, but he's not going to be able to do that. There's just too many teams. Eric's still okay. I'm not exactly okay like with my base, but I've still got units. I'm still producing tanks actually as well. I think I've got a single war factory left, and now we're just destroying green's buildings. And you can see though, he's only got a power plant, very few things left. So yeah, that was quite a hectic game. I think it was basically we managed to take the top of the map. It looked very bad for us at the start, but we managed to get the counter in. And that counter, because what happens, if you go for buildings, you lose a lot of tanks doing that. So that's what allowed me and Bambi to counter. And on the counter attack, we were successful on taking out most of Orange's buildings. And from there on, we just managed to get to the bottom and provide support for Eric. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.